بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائنا الحضور، السلام عليكم ورحمة من الله تعالى وبركاته. بين أحجار هذا الوطن حيث يبنى المجد حجراً فوق حجر، وترتفع الطموحات نحو السماء بثبات وإصرار، ينطلق مؤتمر مستقبل البناء في نسخته 35 ضمن فعاليات معرض البناء السعودي، ليجسد روح التطوير ويحكي حكاية وطن يصنع ملامح الغد بيديه. هنا تتلاقى العقول لتغذي الحاضر لبنة بعد لبنة، ليظل البناء عنواناً وراية للتقدم. أهلاً ومرحباً بكم في يوم نكتب فيه فصلاً جديداً من فصول العمار، ونعلن معاً أن المستقبل يبنى لا ينتظر. قبل انطلاقة رحلتنا الشيقة لليوم الأول من برنامج المؤتمر، نود أن نلفت انتباهكم أن البرنامج يقام باللغة الإنجليزية، والاستفادة القصوى يمكنكم مسح الباركود الموجود على الشاشة، ثم اختيار اللغة المفضلة، ثم قراءة الترجمة أو الاستماع إليها. Ladies and gentlemen, on the occasion of the 35th edition of Saudi Build, we are delighted to welcome you to another remarkable edition of the Future of Building Conference. Over the next 2 days, our program will feature keynotes, presentations, and panel discussions exploring innovations shaping the future of constructions and building technologies. I would like to thank all attendees and our speakers for their willingness to share their experience to contribute in the success of the conference. Now, before we start, our program will be conducted in English language. For those who don't speak the language, please scan the barcode, choose your preferred language, then enjoy the program. Now, it's my pleasure to invite our presenter, Ms. Tracy Gomez, to introduce the program of today. Tracy, the floor is yours. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the construction materials sector stands as one of the pillars of Saudi Arabia's industrial transformation, driving innovation, advancing sustainability, and contributing significantly to the kingdom's economic diversification alignment with Vision 2030. To share his valuable insights on the future of this pivotal industry, it is my great honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Khalid Al-Hajri, Vice President for Building Materials at the National Industrial Development Center. Dr. Al-Hajri is a distinguished expert in industrial development with deep knowledge of the evolving dynamics shaping the Saudi construction materials landscape. He will be delivering today's keynote address entitled, "The Future of the Saudi Construction Material Industries." Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming on stage Dr. Khalid Al-Hajri.
Thank you, Tracy. Actually, it's given me a great pleasure to be here with you. It's always an honor to join this event. It's not the first time, so just keep repeating, people. So I'm really so glad to be with you today and try to address the construction market in Saudi Arabia. When you talk about the construction, we are not talking about the building, but we are talking about transformation in the kingdom. We have a huge amount of project, and as His Royal Highness mentioned, that our ambition is sky. And when you talk about the transformation which we are going in, it's most of it talking about, or part of it, huge part, talking about construction. And the amount or number of the projects which we have today in Kingdom is huge. Talking about the mega project or giga project which we have, and also now we are just approaching this Expo and the World Cup, so a lot of projects going on. And it's a real opportunity for us in Saudi Arabia to localize so many industries in the construction, building materials, and that's the real time for it. Let's talk about the, in general, the amount of project which we have today is more than, which announced, is more than $1.3 trillion. Talking about 5 trillion Saudi riyal, that's announced projects. Some of them should take place very fast. Talking about this Expo. Expo's next day, it's next door, it's not that much far. We said it's 2030. So you have to start construction from today. And we notice actually the change in the construction market with the steel consumption, with the cement consumption. There is a huge movement there. Talking about NEOM. NEOM, by the way, it's not only one project, so many projects. One of them in fast track, like Trojena. It's in very high fast track, so many projects coming. It's opportunity for us for transformation to industry. Now, when we talk about the building material related to construction, it's shame on us actually to import some of this material. It's time to localize it before end of 2034, which is World Cup. I believe we have to localize most of those materials here in Saudi Arabia. Alhamdulillah, we localize a lot of them, but still, we have to work more hard to support the local industry, try to attract these technologies in Saudi Arabia. When we talk about the building materials, we have two things actually. Talking about the main building material, we talk about cement, concrete, steel, glass, gypsum board. That's very traditional one, which is almost available, and also we have abundance of this material. We have overcapacity. We are exporting some of this material. And we talk about advanced material, talk about composite materials, talking about some building material for finishing. We have now those industry localized, and we try to attract more and more. And we talk about localizing. It's not just bring somebody to produce inside Saudi Arabia. No, it's complete ecosystem. I don't want somebody to at a factory. We are working in National Industrial Development Center to attract the technology, bring someone to, or the investor to put his industry or to localize his industry in Saudi Arabia, but not only factory. We would like to localize the talent, localize the technology, try to be not just a producer, but would like to be a changer, game changer in these technologies. Okay, when we talk about transformation nowadays, usually people talk about construction as traditional way of construct, the kharasana or this structure steel and put the block and this very traditional way. Now, when we talk about transformation to building methodology, talking about advanced building methodology or modern building of construction. Transferring construction from the site to factory. So that's what we are doing nowadays. There is a huge expansion in the number of factories. It's not only precast, but so many technologies around. Talking about 5 years ago, it was like less than 30 factories. Today we have more than 60 factories producing. A lot of projects are using the new method of construction. We are also supporting in this way sustainability. When you talk about sustainability, talking about low carbon, everybody nowadays talking about green cement, green steel, everything nowadays is green. So we have to support this sustainability. And as you know, the most unsustainable material which give a lot of CO2 emission, cement and steel industry. And so we have to work in transformation of those industries to reduce the carbon emission. Also talk about digitalization. There is a lot of transformation in the factory itself. And the ministry, we are supporting the transformation of the factory to digitalization, 4.0 industry and beyond. So we are working in that one. Talking about recycling, the utilizing of the recycled material in the cement industry, in the glass and ceramic, we are working, we have a lot of research and a lot of support. In National Industrial Development Center, we are really working with all stakeholders from the government and also from the private sector, supporting such movement toward the sustainability. Yeah, when we talk about localizing industry, as I said, it's a great opportunity for us here in Saudi Arabia to localize the industry. When we talk about transformation and Vision 2030, transfer the economy of Saudi Arabia from oil and gas, transfer it to industry. And one of the most important thing, transformation to the industry in the building materials. By the way, the oldest industry in Saudi Arabia, it was not oil and gas, by the way, it was cement industry, more than 70 years ago, Cement Al Arabiya and Jeddah, 70 years ago. That's before even SABIC and petrochemicals. So why? Because we know that building your future, you need to construct it. Construct it how? You have to use construction material. And it's not easy to bring everything from outside. So you have to localize those industries. We work in the National Industrial Development Center to improve the ecosystem that we can use to attract the investor in Saudi Arabia. It's not only about give you incentive and money, but also about export. If you'd like to export, even we are recommending how to change the rules to make your investment in Saudi Arabia is more successful. That's what we are doing. We are working hand by hand with Mudun Royal Commission, talking with the Ministry of Energy, with all stakeholders, try to make the life of the investor here in Saudi Arabia more comfortable. And also we show you where the opportunity. We do a lot of studies talking about supply and demand. So yes, we have supply in some materials, it's oversupply, but still we have demand, huge demand coming. But some of this demand is not covered. And all this uncovered demand, it's just like we put it as opportunity for investors. Someone would like to come, maybe it's available today, but need to expand it. Sometimes we need to work on changing the rule of the standards, working with SASO, or with Mustadam, with different entity, just to make things more competitive to the people when they come and invest in Saudi. I'm not talking about somebody come from outside to invest. Okay, he's bringing his technology, but even for the people inside to expand their industry and try to adapt some new technologies to match the demand. The demand for yesterday, not like demand for today in the construction. A lot of changes taking place. So what I would like to say actually, the construction in Saudi Arabia is the future. Building material, everyone is needing building material. And I believe in the coming future, it will be the most successful industry to localize in Saudi Arabia is about the construction. It's not only construction material, but even construction methods or the method of construction also to localize in Saudi Arabia. I don't want to talk about specific projects and how it's going, and I believe everyone knows what's going on in Saudi Arabia now in the construction especially. So all of them, they need, and that actually what we are doing nowadays in the center, a lot of committee with the Ministry of Housing, with BIF, with the Ministry of Investment, all this committee, when they are talking about the construction and how we can localize more material. So from here, I actually invite all the investors or technology provider to come and explore the market and how they can localize and see the incentives and the ecosystem in Saudi Arabia and how we can support their growth here. MashaAllah, today we have here international gathering from a lot of maybe traders or manufacturers. So that's the right place actually, especially when you are talking about local content. Most of the projects now going toward local contents. And that should be like that. يعني, for a long time we debate about the material coming from outside. Today, now we try to support our industry, the local industry, put some rules to support them, and try to attract the industry which is not available here in Saudi Arabia. Why? We would like them to localize more jobs, give more transfer technology, and transfer Saudi Arabia to a hub for building material and middle technology. By that, I would like to thank you again for being here with us and enjoy this event. And I would like to mention again, it's one of the best events I attend every year. And I think, khalas, next year they will say, Khalid, don't come again. Enough is enough. Thank you very much and enjoy your time.
Thank you, Dr. Al-Hajri, for your inspiring and valuable keynote address. May we now invite you to the center of the stage as we present to you a trophy of appreciation in recognition of your contribution. Thank you, sir. Now we will move on to the next panel discussion. It's called Saudi Mega Projects, Innovations and Advancements Reshaping the Future of the Construction Industry. May I now call on Dr. James Morgan on stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Gomez. I'd like to invite the panelists to now come up to the stage, and if you could take a seat just underneath your name, and then we will kick the panel off. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please be as close to the microphone as possible, okay? So that we pick it up on the video. Thank you. I'd like to start the session off and ask each panelist to introduce themselves, where they're from, what they do. So if you could start with
Qayyum.
Qayyum.
So, good afternoon, everybody. Oops. I'm Qayyum Saeed. I am from France, and I'm a partner at B2G Consulting, managing KSA, strategy, transformation, and project delivery. And over the last 25 years, I've traveled the globe managing complex transformation in the energy, giga projects, resources, and manufacturing industries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Noura.
Hello, my name is Noura Zamil. I'm honored to be here today. Good afternoon, everyone. I am part of a Zamil company, which is a homegrown Saudi industrial company that is deeply rooted in engineering, manufacturing, and innovation. And I represent the second generation of the family, and I work along amazing colleagues together to bridge the customer needs and our also mega projects need and our manufacturing and industrial capability.
Thank you. Engineer Amir.
Hi, my name is Amir Yar, and I'm part of...
Can I ask you to get closer to the microphone? Sorry, otherwise
Yeah.
the video won't pick it up. Thank you.
My name is Amir Yar, and I'm part of the Tamimi Group. I've been involved with the modern methods of construction for the past 25 years of my career, and we have made amazing advancements in Saudi Arabia. I'm with the Tamimi Group for the past 12 years, and we have grown from manufacturing simple porta cabins to doing multi-story permanent modular buildings in steel and concrete. We'll be talking about that more. So this is what we do. Thank you.
Hi. Good afternoon to this, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a privilege and honor for being here, and my colleagues here and sitting on this desk. Thank you, and Dr. Khalid as well for this so much enumerating knowledge and inspiration to the industry. I am Shubrato. I've been in the business for the last 27 years, and I started as usual with the business development and spread my country, India's product, to more than 56 odd countries. And for the last 4 years, I've been managing a Saudi company which is having the similar technologies to make advanced building material, building products and boards. And I've been also managing on electrical manufacturing, wiring devices. So these are the two companies we have been manufacturing. I hope we, from Dr. Khalid, as he has given us inspiration, we really get the good support from the industry, which is very well missing now. So we will discuss more about it when we discuss that how Saudi product could be taken beyond Saudi, not only meeting the Saudis' fast-track changes and globalizations. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Qayyum, B2G is an international company. You consult around the world on major infrastructure and industrial projects. How are you involved in the Saudi transformation?
So, thank you, Dr. James. Here we have, my answer is in two folds. We are supporting some of the largest companies here, namely NEOM and Alat. I just came from a workshop this morning talking about a smart manufacturing unit. We advise on the corporate side, from strategy, definition, all the way through to execution. So that's the corporate element. And on the other side, what differentiates us from some of the competition is our ability to deliver projects. So we are today our client's delivery integrator. By managing their stress, by managing their project delivery, we are embedded within the ecosystem of construction. From the PMC perspective, EPC, geotech, what we do is we manage this from a PMO perspective from our client. We do value realization, value engineering, and this is what makes us, I think, different from traditional consulting, because we bridge the gap between ambition and on-ground delivery. So we have clear method statements, whether it's at strategic level or at operational level. And we build this ecosystem from ground up and having the visibility top-down from the leadership. Look, today if we see what's happening in the kingdom, it's phenomenal. There are elements that we have to address or have been overlooked over the years, and I will come back to this at a later stage, is governance, risk, and compliance that need to be enforced, need to be embedded within the DNA of projects, and this is what B2G does. So we have a closed loop organization that takes into account both elements of the corporate spectrum.
Thank you. Ms. Noura Zamel, the pillar of the Saudi construction ecosystem, and like you say, second generation, and you guys are contributing to the vision in a big way. What are the main areas where Zamel's expertise and solutions are adding real value to the transformation in the kingdom?
Thank you for that question. The Saudi is going through a transformation with the vision. It's like something we didn't see before, and it's like unlike anything else we've witnessed in the history of nation. And there are two main areas where we are contributing directly to the vision. The first area is providing, expanding a quality housing infrastructure. And the second area is growing the base, a strong base of manufacturing. And on that journey, what we do is we provide products that affect everyday life, that people heavily rely on but rarely see, from water solution systems, underground water tank, pipes, pumps, water heater, to water filtration system, and also water insulation that protect the buildings, to energy, to electrical sockets and lighting in homes and in roads, to security and safety products such as doors and camera. And with these products, we manufacture, we transfer knowledge, we work in collaboration with the community, such as King Saud University R&D, Lab 7 from Aramco, Oil and Sustainability Program, that we're making sure that we're not only manufacturing the best product, but we're using also our resources efficiently.
Thank you very much. So just going back to the kind of innovation cycle, you have different partnerships with different Saudi companies and universities. Can you just give us a couple of examples of some of the innovations?
Yes. We worked with one of our products is a heavy-duty manhole cover, a composite heavy-duty manhole cover, and this manhole cover is to replace the cast iron manhole cover, and it's also aligned with the Oil and Sustainability Program, and they helped us actually a lot alongside with King Saud University and the R&D in Aramco, to choose and to select the right material to make this manhole cover sustainable and can be a heavy-duty use.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, people love examples, so the more the panel gives, the better. Thank you very much. Engineer Mir, from your international partnership, Tamimi Pre-Engineered Buildings, well, I'd like you to explain pre-engineered buildings very quickly to the audience. You are delivering cutting-edge construction solutions. Can you tell us what those are about in terms of these pre-engineered or the different solutions?
Yes, basically the word pre-engineered doesn't do complete justice to what we do. We are manufacturers and providers of modern methods of construction. We established this manufacturing 12 years ago when this topic was not being discussed at all in Saudi Arabia. However, Tamimi had a vision of developing modern methods of construction, because I seriously believe that that is the way to build, not only in Saudi Arabia but around the world. And when we look at any type of industry, industrialization means streamlining of the production method, in which you streamline the production. It's step by step, it's organized, and you can have a very good quality control doing that when it is in a controlled manufacturing environment. And that is what we have brought to the building industry. And we started that 12 years ago, and we started that by doing for accommodation for Aramco, for worker accommodations. However, that is not the limit of what we can do. We have developed that now to do it for permanent housing as well. Even though the temporary housing that we do is light gauge steel accommodation, even though it's called temporary, it lasts for 10 years, 15 years, and we've got contracts for 20 years plus. And that's how, you know, it's very durable. However, when we do permanent modular, we're talking about 40-story buildings done as rooms, all built with anything that can be fixed into it. The floor is done, ceiling is done, lights fixed into it, the flooring done, and then we just pick it up and we stack them up together. And the main problem that arises with this is actually the understanding of the consultants and the regulations that that do not actually, it's not that they don't allow, it's just that they haven't done anything like that. So we have gone across borders and we got certification from UK, from BOPAS, that gives certification internationally to companies that provide manufacturing, design, and site installation for off-site construction. So we are the only company outside of Europe that has this certification, and with this certification, we can actually build in the UK as well, apart from building in Saudi Arabia. Of course, our intent is firstly in Saudi and then to expand globally. We are the only company that has that certification. We can do now temporary buildings and multi-story permanent modular buildings. But again, we don't limit ourselves with steel buildings. We are now into concrete modular buildings as well, which is, again, you build a box and then you just stack it up all together. Now, just try to visualize either steel or concrete. We just stack these units on top of each other, structurally safe, sound, fire safety, everything is taken care of. And even in the concrete units, we put the toilet pods done in the factory, and you can just imagine the time saved, the manpower saved on site, which we move on to the factory. That saves a lot of time as well. And just imagine, in Riyadh, if you're going to do a tower, a 40-story building, where would you have all of that manpower coming to the site and going back to wherever they're living? You know, that's a chaos in itself. So this is the way to build, that we believe. But we're not limiting ourselves to this. I mean, we are, as a group, we're developing technology, as Dr. Khalid is promoting as well. We've also partnered with a company that does 3D steel printing, which is very specialized printing of very specialized parts. So Saudi, as Dr. Khalid also mentioned, is the place to grow a company with the most innovative materials and to develop it. And you've got the ground, you've got the market, you've got the appetite for this to be developed over here. So this is what we're doing right now.
Thank you, thank you. Engineer Dutta, your company, you manufacture construction materials. What solutions do you propose for Saudi Arabia for the mega projects, or what are you working on at the moment?
We are manufacturing two products primarily. One is our building boards, which is, Mr. Amir is one of my customer, very large customer, okay. And that's been mostly used in the startup infrastructure. So before you get into a large mega project, you have to build up your manpower, people, mobilizations. So that's called typically startup infrastructure. So these products are fast, fire rated, easy to install, easy to put up on a light steel frame. So those products comes as a startup infrastructure. But I'm looking at our next round of innovative solutions is towards the facade, the external part of the building. I could see that Saudi Arabia is a hot country, but I don't know why a lot of people use glass. I don't know, maybe people like Saint-Gobain and all, they taught them wrongly to sell their product. It's a hot country where they're almost like 95% of the heat reflection takes up the whole city's temperature by 2-3 degrees temperature. And here the Saudi government and the local architectural need has mandated that it has to follow a certain architectural pattern, which is Sulaimania culture. And very little people are following, things are altered them. So we are now coming up with facade solutions. The solutions is, as a part of the building, what you normally use, you use stone, Riyadh stone, different kinds of Riyadh stone, and you use porcelain tiles. So these are porcelains, though it's been started manufactured here partly by one of the manufacturers, but mostly it's imported. So majority of the large building and mega projects we see almost like 30% of their construction cost is taken in the facade, wherein the product they have been importing from abroad. And what we have started doing it, this was the product we have started manufacturing from our own factory, that is in Sudair Industrial Estate. We have started working because it requires lots of innovation, lots of combination, lots of other things. So we are more and more involving creative people. One of my friends is here with him. We are working with, but still the involvement of the local people and their inputs is still missing. I was just trying to explore how can I involve the architects of the budding final year architects, students into this whole process, because unless until we bring in the local students and the engineers into the whole part of the promoting this concept as an acceptable, it will never be accepted. So in our limited way, I have trained more than 30 odd girls to be how to do digital marketing and how to reach out to them. But this particular product, which is a facade solution, which we wish to take it and give Saudi. As a matter of fact, it has got not only a market in Saudi, we have also started exporting Saudi product to UK, and we are selling Saudi product to UK. We are now looking at expanding it to France, Italy, and Scandinavian countries. There is a market for this product, and particularly this facade product, it has got a very stable market in the European market, where I started my career in 30 years back. So, but that's not the primary goal. The primary goal is in Saudi Arabia. Today people are using mostly imported products. My ambition is to, or the goal is to replace those import substitutions, make it much more localizations, and use our state-of-art facilities, so that we can give this product much more readily and just on time, so that the project don't have to wait for a long gestation, involve their money to wait for, so that they are budgetary and other things. So just in time, giving an innovative product. And as a matter of fact, you will be very happy to know that this kind of product, 90% of the element is available locally. 90%, only 10% element, and that 10%, yes, the cost wise there. So these are the two innovations. Besides, we have one division which is electrical wiring devices, and we are rather only the second after another leader, where we manufacture electrical switch and sockets and other product, which maybe you will be using a lot of these projects. And we have started giving this product. These are all Saudi SASO compliant product, and we have also started looking at not only the international market too. But yes, obviously we need support from the local government, because we could see a lot of imported cheap Chinese product. They are totally flooding, and then they literally make our life very, very difficult. We want to really do a lot of things. We have involved in our electrical factory. We have around 40 people, out of that 15 girls. So we have taken those local girls, we have trained them, for 3 of them in the quality lab. So we are slowly contributing to the society and trying to upskill them. And on marketing side we have been, but on the manufacturing side we are still not able to involve much of the Saudi boys.
Thank you, Engineer.
Then,
Thank
yes.
you. Engineer Mir, from Tamimi's point of view, you incorporating your expertise into these mega projects. What do they offer in terms of speed, flexibility, and long-term durability? And also, we discussed earlier before we came on stage, that flexible idea of, can this a hotel become an apartment block at a later stage? So let's expand that a little bit, please.
Yes. Now, first of all, durability. This is...
Sorry, could you go closer to the microphone?
Yeah,
Sorry.
again. First of all, about durability. This is probably the most durable method of construction, especially when you look at the sustainability part of it and the whole life cycle of the building. When you start from the basic material and then you return it to the original. Now, first of all, when we build these units, almost every part of it is recyclable. The steel, the gypsum board, the cables, the flooring, everything is recyclable. That's one part of it. And just compare it with any other conventional building. I mean, any concrete building you build, that, after 50 years, 100 years, I mean, just imagine, how would Riyadh be after 100 years? Would you want to keep that building? And if you want to change it, then how would you change it? Just break it down, and then you have rubble, and then you have a problem to do away with that rubble. In our case, you just dismantle the building. You can reuse it elsewhere. There might be places in Saudi Arabia where they can be used, or they can be exported to anywhere, any other poor country as well. Just even as a donation, they would be very usable units. Even after that, if total usage is not required, then you can dismantle the whole thing and recycle the whole steel. So the whole process is sustainable. And this is, I think, a must now. I mean, we must consider the whole cycle of the material, first of all. Now, coming to that very interesting question of how we need to develop our infrastructure and buildings for events like FIFA. Now, we were just discussing with Dr. James, and I think a very interesting topic that came up was, the very easy possibility is that you just bring up so many hotels, and after the very high peak of FIFA, then, how would those hotels be used? So we are developing models that can be used as studio apartments, just a studio room, and just by opening a few more doors here and there, we can have a 2-bedroom apartment, a 3-bedroom apartment. So we can have these modular buildings designed to become apartments later and hotels in the beginning. So, we have an event, we build a hotel. After that event, we convert it into an apartment, and we either rent it out or sell it out. So these are the types of innovative, modular, modern methods that we need to apply to solve the problems of other countries that they did not. I guess in Qatar, for example, there are hundreds of hotels which are now available at very good prices because, there's very less occupancy. I'm sure Riyadh has a capacity of absorbing a lot more capacity of hotels, but nevertheless, how to deal with the very high peaks. This is, I guess, a way in which we can convert hotels into apartments later, and we can pre-design them to be able to do that. And modular buildings and modern methods of construction is the way to go. So this is, I guess, something that we should be working on. We have our internal designs, and I'd like to connect with people who can, help us get this become a reality.
Thank you, Engineer. Ms. Noura, you touched earlier on some of your water solutions, and obviously that's a big deal in Saudi Arabia. Tell us more about ZAML's involvement in providing water reserves and related industrial solutions in Saudi and across mega projects.
Well, when we talk about water security and water reserve, this is a lifeline of every city and also every country. And in Saudi Arabia, this is a national priority and water lays at the heart of it. What we do is we make our products help the homeowners and also facility managers to be more proactive rather than reactive by deducting leakage and understanding the consumption and sensors and technology that add value to everyday life. And also when we talk about the water security, we have to talk about also water safety, because people are resources too. And all our products and that touch people's life are food graded from materials from SABIC, and our products that can last, you can put them above your house and can last for years, even through a desert storm. With for example, one of our products is a water heater, a central water heater. We manufacture it locally here in Saudi in cooperation with different organizations, and it is not only better quality, but 1/10 out of the cost in other countries, because what we use in using our resources efficiently. So our goal here is to make every drop of water save its purpose.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Mr. Qayyum, in terms of B2G Consulting, we know that transformation is not just about new building materials, it's also about digitization in Saudi Arabia and sustainability. So how are you contributing to that part of the vision?
It's interesting because Dr. Khalid mentioned these two elements in his opening remarks as being key focus areas moving forward. So what we're doing is we are not considering in our projects sustainability and technology as bolts on, but rather built in from day one. So from a technology standpoint, whether we talk about smart buildings, whether we talk about control towers, or system integration, or ERP optimization, we are including these aspects in every stage of the project so that decision is made not as a constraint, but as an objective. Because most of the organization consider technology as a layer, not as an embedded layer, not embedded, but as a layer. So we consider this as embedded across the life cycle of the project. Now, today, from boardrooms to dining rooms to schools to universities, AI is a hot topic. We have a pragmatic approach to AI. We do not want, or we do not suggest or recommend that everybody becomes an AI expert, but rather a user or a super user who can harness the power of the platform, but also the capability. So once this is clarified, technology becomes an enabler for growth, for efficiency, and for optimization. So that's from a technology standpoint how we see this moving forward. And some of the CEOs that I'm dealing with recently, they all ask me, but first let's answer those questions. Why do you need AI? What outcome are you expecting to get from it? And third one is, how will you use it? Because today we risk cannibalizing AI across the board. Investment are being divested from maybe basic initiatives, basic activities to AI. Let's go back to the drawing board. So that's from a technology standpoint. From a sustainability perspective, we are integrating carbon neutral design, local content initiatives, and some of the circular economy principles into the design. So we are currently working with Alat and TKE, and this is what we have embedded in their facility, in what they want to do in their project. That will align with Vision 2060 net zero objective. And that's what we are doing across our programs. And this is what we did in Mozambique in partnership with the government of Mozambique and one of the largest mining company in the world, is local content. Focus on local content, and this local content strategy enabled me to trade my suits and my ties for safety boots, hard hat, and safety, what you call this, the vest, and be in Mozambique for 15 months to deliver 4 times the return on investment based on the condition of local sourcing, local content priorities. So that's how we embed this into the program lifecycle.
Thank you. Engineer Mir, MMC in Innovation, can you just explain that to the audience and tell us what you're doing with that, please, at Tamimi?
Well, as I mentioned earlier as well, MMC, Modern Methods of Construction, is not limited to just steel buildings. It's concrete buildings as well, steel buildings as well, and the key lies in getting the units done in the factory like you're manufacturing a car. So we have manufacturing lines in which the module goes on a belt and it's moving. It has a particular speed. It starts in the morning and ends in the evening about 8 hours later after the 8-hour shift, and the room is ready. At every stage, there's different works being done. On the first one, the floor is done. The second one, the walls come in. The third one, the roof and the insulation is done. On one, the conduits are done, the piping work is done, even the plumbing is done. On the second one, the tiling and the flooring is done. And the last one, the paint work is done. And by the end of all of the stations, all of the external cladding is done, and you've got the room ready. The crane picks it up, puts it on the trailer, and it goes to the site. I mean, it is pure art when you look at it. And when I walk through it, it's like walking through a fun city for me. So this is the beauty of manufacturing, and this brings beauty into modular construction as well, and building industry as well. And I would like to remove the misconception that you can't create beautiful buildings with it. In any building that you see, in the first probably 60% of the time, you would see an ugly structure coming up. The beauty comes on when the external cladding and things come up. In our case, we just put the external cladding along with the unit, and that's how it grows. And you can have amazing finishes on the exterior. It can be anything. It can be stone, it can be steel facades, it can be glass facades. Any sort of cladding can come on top of that, and you can get a very beautiful building. I am looking forward to, in the next 2 years, we would have a building that will have a wow factor.
Thank
And
you.
it will turn heads, that
Thank
wow.
you.
And the wow factor is not only in the beauty of it, the wow factor would be 6 months ago, there was nothing here. Wow. I mean, now it's a building. So that's the beauty of
That's great,
MMC. Yeah.
That's a fast transition, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And my last question is for Ms. Noura. If you look out and see who's in the audience today, I would say nearly half of the audience are women. Women in the construction industry. How do you see that role in the future in Saudi Arabia?
This is an interesting question because I just came from a business trip in Taiwan, and during our visit to one of the factories, an engineer came up to me and said, "This is my first time seeing a female leader in this industry." So it's not just only in Saudi, it's globally, it's rarely seeing women in this industry. However, in Saudi, we can see the involvement of female is slightly more. And there is a structural shift. For example, in our factories in Riyadh and in our automated factory in Jeddah, you will see female engineers not only observing, but actually innovating and building a product design and managing equality and leading not only with competence, but with confidence as well. and it's a tremendous pleasure to see this up front and up close.
Thank you very much. And we're going to bring the panel to a close. Please give our experts a big round of applause, and I'll invite them up to the middle of the stage for a presentation and a photo, please. Thank you. I learned a lot from that panel, so thank you very much to our speakers. We are going to kick off the next panel straight away. We will be talking about smart homes and intelligent buildings, advancements and perspectives. So I would like to invite the panelists for this panel to come up to the stage, please. And if you could take a seat next to your name, but please leave a seat for me. Thank you very much. There is Mr. Faraz Abeido Tamimi, Engineer Yazan Al-Furi, Mr. Malik Hassan, Mr. Mohammed Abdulaziz Salama. Thank you. If you could just come up to the stage, please. Can I ask people in the front who are exchanging cards to go to the back of the stage area, please? People at the front, could you go to the back of the stage area and exchange cards? Thank you very much. Thank you. The people at in the row in the middle, please go to the back. Thank you very much. So we can start the panel. We are looking for Mr. Faraz. Are you there? Is Mr. Faraz with us today? In action somewhere out there. So that's what the show's all about, business opportunities in the construction sector. So I'm going to start the panel in any case, and if Mr. Faraz joins us, he can take this seat over here. Thank you. Hi. When you respond to a question, would you face the audience, not me? Sure. Tell us who you are and where you're from so the audience has an idea of what you do.
Of course. Hello everyone, good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank our, I will say, generous hosts, especially Dr. James. I myself, Yazan Al-Faouri, I am the head of Smart Solutions business for homes and buildings with Al-Fanar Group. And my role really actually focuses on leading the Al-Fanar to shape the future of smart living, enhancing the lifestyle for more efficient living, sustainable living for every day. Actually, it's a great opportunity here because this is a great time that we are living with the Vision 2030 in Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Malik.
Yes. Hello, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. First of all, I would like to thank Saudi Build for giving this opportunity to present and share our thoughts on the technology here. My name is Malik Hassan. I am the CIO of CyberCube. And basically, I am software engineer from University of London and MBA from Kingston University. Spent 8 years in England on automation and digital platforms. And 9 years ago, came to Saudi Arabia and working with Saudi Aramco, Saudi government sector and prison sector. Today's speech, we will be talking about some of the amazing and innovative solutions. We have to offer.
And Mr. Mahmoud.
Thank you, Dr. James. My name is Mahmoud Abdelaziz Salama, the CEO of Control Max company based in Riyadh. Throughout my career, I have been involved in smart home solutions, and that is all. Seeing the rapid of technological change around the world, we wanted to be a part of this transformation, not just watch it, but to be a part of it. I need to see about. I started from Riyadh because I know that Saudi Arabia is writing a new chapter in smart technologies, and we need to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you. In urban areas, particularly in Riyadh,
Indeed, this is actually a great question. Since I think 10 years for now with Alfanar, we have been really articulating our smart solutions business. And it's not only about how to make the business, because it has been always a challenge, but also globally, how to really make an influence on such systems. So we aimed our vision actually to be the prominent brand, providing our customer-probable, secure and connected systems. It's not coming from the technology part, it's coming from the needs and the pains, how to relieve and how really to get into such market with really innovative products that it can really shape the future for smarter and more sustainable living. So basically, from that, we come actually through, we started with Saudi-made products that actually can really touch the life of each of every one of us today in water management applications, in energy efficiency, energy management applications, of course, going all the way from, as Alfanar as a main player and leader actually in the electrification industry, we start from high voltage, medium voltage to low voltage applications with more than 1 million square meter of industrial facility just outside of Riyadh. So from there on these, I would say, industrial complexes that we have, we aim to deliver always actually high quality products. Yeah. We aim actually to deliver high quality products that can really fulfill the needs each and every time. So in the smart home in particular, we actually designed by, and we made it smart by design. So we provided AC control systems, lighting control systems, water management applications, AC, EV chargers, I would say devices and applications. And moving forward to the security, where we can actually enhance the lifestyle and the security of our beloved ones and properties. So this is normally where we actually go and provide really an added value with our solutions, our products. And we have a very ambitious actually roadmap where we keep actually the needs and I would say the customer-centric approach for all these to really fulfill and continue innovating for more enhanced security and I would say better and luxury lifestyle.
Thank you. Sorry, we have to give the others a chance.
Yeah,
okay.
of course.
I know everybody, you want to get it all out in one go, but actually I've got more questions for you later, if you don't mind. Yeah. Mr. Hassan, you know, we talk about the boom in housing in Saudi Arabia. What is CyberCube doing for smart homes? I like the name, by the way.
Great, thank you. It matches what it does. So basically, CyberCube is very much specialized when it comes to automation and digital transformation, regardless which sector is it, whether it's industrial automation or smart facilities, or whether it's smart homes or even other aspects of technology. But elaborating on the smart homes, we are very much in line with the Vision 2030, and that's where we are heading towards. And there are thousands of manufacturers which develop sensors, IoT hardware and devices, but they are useless unless you give some brain to it. So this is where CyberCube comes in. We build the brain, artificial intelligence, and one unified platform. And that platform has no limit what sort of hardware, sensors, BMS systems can connect to it. So basically we centralize everything together, add a bit of pinch of artificial intelligence, and then we can cover 6 sectors or areas of concern. The first area is safety, then security and sustainability, predictive maintenance, comfort, and environment. So when we talk about safety, basically we can monitor the air from the safety perspective, air quality, air leakages, water leakages, and we can also early detection of fire, such as smoke or short circuit of the wires or faulty electrical equipment. This is something we can predict in advance. When we come about safety or surveillance, smart CCTV cameras, which can observe behavior, delivery man, or whether it's a thief or whatever, it will learn and it will adopt as per the home, smart home where it's installed. And then when we talk about the predictive maintenance, in smart homes, there are several hardware which are being functional. For example, elevators or the pumps or HVAC systems. So basically we can detect their vibration, voltages, current, and predict if they are going to break down rather than if they have already broken down. So when efficiency, cut down the cost and create the ultimate luxury.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mahmoud, ControlMax's solutions, are they similar to these?
System. People weren't being able to interact with them, so everything was put back into manual and overridden because it wasn't reactively with the users. So as a vision,
sensors at different locations, so we pretty much cover all the areas where how to detect how much water is needed. The second thing
that places like the projects in the